Hi, welcome to today's class. And in today's class we'll be looking at how to install WordPress on our computer. How to install WordPress on either our computer or our laptop so that we will not have to buy hosting or domain just to practice what we learn in this mentorship course. So one of the advantages that you will also be getting by using WordPress on your laptop is it will reduce your use of data. Yes, mostly you will not be using data to build your website. The only time you'll be needing data when you are using WordPress on your laptop is when you want to install plugins and themes. And after you are done installing plugins and themes, every other thing that you want to do on your WordPress on your computer does not require data. So it means you can actually build your website and learn without using data. So that is one of the benefits. As you can see, that's very good. So with no further ado, let's get straight right into it. So how do we install WordPress on our computer or on our laptop? It's very simple. So we need two softwares. The number one software that we need is called XAMPP. So what you need to do is just type XAMPP on your Google. So just type it on your Google. So this is the first software that we need. And the second software that we need is called WordPress. So we need to download WordPress. In the previous class at the free group, I know I have taught you WordPress already, and the way I taught you WordPress is that you can install it on a hosting, on free hosting and paid hosting. So now if you want to install WordPress on your laptop, you need to download it. You download it like a software or like an app. So that's what we'll be looking at in this class. So what you need to do is go to XAMPP. You can just open it. So I'm opening it in a new tab. So what you need to do is come down here and click on XAMPP for Windows. Mostly in Nigeria here we use Windows. So if you are using OS X or Linux, but I believe most of us here will be using Windows. So all you need to do is just click on XAMPP and you start downloading. So as you can see, it has started downloading here. But what will happen is I'm going to cancel the download. The reason is because I've already downloaded it. So what you need to do in your own case is just make sure you download it. This is it for me. So this is my XAMPP. So I already downloaded my XAMPP. So that's how to download it. So after you are done downloading this app, just go to WordPress also. Now this is WordPress.com. Now in the WordPress field, you need to understand that we have two websites for WordPress. We have WordPress.com and we also have WordPress.org. Now you need to understand that these two are different. Yes, you see, WordPress.com is actually like an hosting platform of WordPress. So in this WordPress.com, you can actually come here to come and get hosting for your website. So WordPress also hosts websites. So it is also here that you can also get free hosting on WordPress, but the free hosting is not advisable because when you get free hosting on WordPress.com, you will not be able to install plugins, and what's the essence? You won't be able to build any website. So that's what WordPress.com does. So that's it. But WordPress.org is where you come on WordPress.org. It is the open source where people can come and get plugin and themes. Yes, so you can come to WordPress.org to come and download. As you can see here, you can come and download plugins, you can come and download themes. So and you can also come for support, documentation and forums. So but what we want to do here is that we want to come and download WordPress. So it is in WordPress.org that you can actually download WordPress as an app. So what you need to do is either click on this place where it says get WordPress, or come down here and click here where it says get WordPress. So either of the two, just click on either of the two, it will take you to where you download it. So now this is the page where you actually download WordPress. So all you have to do is come here where it says download WordPress 6.0. So you just click on it. When you click on it, it's going to start downloading. As you can see, that started downloading here. But what happened is I also have WordPress, so I will just cancel it. I also have downloaded WordPress and XAMPP already. So but what I'm doing is I'm showing you how to also do it. So when you are done downloading XAMPP and WordPress, so now let's go and install them. So now you go to your downloads folder where it is being downloaded. So all you need to do is just come here to XAMPP. So just double click on it so that you can install it. So what you want to do right now is I want to install XAMPP on our system. So this XAMPP, let me just explain now. This XAMPP here actually is a server. So it's called local server. You see, what happens is that any hosting that you see, either Namecheap, Q server, Bluehost, what happens is that they actually have a server. So it is on that server that they host people's websites on. Do you understand? So what XAMPP is now doing is that XAMPP now gives us the advantage, the opportunity to be able to have a server on our laptop. So that is just what XAMPP is doing. So when we now install XAMPP, it means we have installed a server on our laptop. So after we've installed a server on our laptop, so it means we can now start working. We can now install WordPress on that server, because WordPress cannot work without a server. That's why WordPress works on hosting and domain. So because they are called online server, so Namecheap has server, it's called hosting. So Quick server, all of them, they have server, so it's called hosting. So right now we are now bringing our own server on our computer. So right now we can now do what? Install WordPress on our server. But right now I have double clicked it. So after I double clicked it, you can see this icon here. It says sample video. So all you need to do is just click on it and click on yes. So when you click on yes, it means it's going to start installing. So it's just going to take around maybe like 2 or 3 or 5 minutes, I'm not sure. So but there's one more thing that I supposed to do. So as you can see, it says important because an activated user account control on your system, some functions of XAMPP are possibly restricted. So what we need to do is we need to go and there's a settings we need to do on our laptop so to make this XAMPP to be able to work well. So what is the setting? All you need to do is first of all go to your control panel. Go to your control panel. It depends on whichever OS you are using, but me, I'm using Windows 10. So this Windows 10 also is also not the common one. Currently I don't even know the version because it's very different. So you just go to your control panel. So let's go to our control panel. So I will just search for it here, control panel. So now this is my control panel. I'll just open it up. So now it's going to open for me my control panel. So now inside your control panel, what we actually want to locate is the user account. So user account, it should be somewhere below. So this is it, my user account. So I'll just click on it. So after I have actually clicked on it, I will just come to change user account settings. So now this is where I actually want to change the settings. This is what we call the UAC. So this is what we need to do. We need to drag it, we need to bring it here. So just drag it down and click on OK. Then you click on yes. So when you are done dragging it down, you can leave it. But what happens is when you are done dragging it down, when we are through with the installation, you can as well bring it up again. So don't forget to do that. So when we are done with all the XAMPP, everything, we actually come here and bring it up again. So you just click on OK like I have done. So the normal general rule of thumb is to restart the system after the setting. So we need to restart the system. So I will just cancel. I will not install XAMPP now. You want to, so I'll just say yes, I don't want to install it now. So we need to restart the system so that the settings that we did can actually activate. So what I will do is I will just pause this video, I will restart the system, and when the system is on again, we'll now install XAMPP. So I just restart my laptop now, so you can go on to install XAMPP. So what I will just do is go to my downloads and then double click it again, and it's going to install. So let's just wait a few seconds for you to bring the install window. So I'm still receiving the error again, but there's no problem. So if you also receive it again this way, don't worry, since you have already did the settings. So all you need to do is just click on OK. So then you click on next, click on next, click on next, click on next. Make sure this place is English. If it's not English, just make sure you put it at English. Click on next, click on next, click on next. So then it's starting to install now. So it says uploading files. So it's going to upload all of the files that we need. So it's going to take some time. So what I will do is I'll just pause the video for you to finish installing, as you can see. So let me just pause the video for you to finish installing. And so right now it has finished installing. So what we need to do right now is click on this finish. So as you can see, it says, do you want to start the control panel now? If I should untick this, if I click on the finish, it will just finish, so it will not start the control panel. But if I leave the tick mark there and I click on finish, it will start the control panel. So we also need the control panel, because whenever you want to work on WordPress, when you want to work on your server, when you want to work on your WordPress, you need to on the control panel. So I'm going to show you. So you just click on finish. So then you will see the control panel will be out now in a few seconds. So let's wait for it to be out. Oh yeah, I have SmartDAV installed, the latest one. That's why it's giving me this issue. So all I need to do is just click on, I'll just close it, I don't need it. So now this is it. Okay, let me just wait for it. So right now what happened is I think my SmartDAV did not allow the control panel to actually open up. So I will actually be opening the control panel manually by myself. So in your own case, the control panel should open, you will see it. So and if in case it does not open, just go to your your stats, this is my control panel. So if you are using Windows 7 or Windows Windows 8 or other Windows, so you can just search for XAMPP control panel. Do you understand? If it is Windows 7, there's a way to get it. When you go to your stats bar here, you will see the XAMPP control panel below. When you scroll down, you see below. No, it says it's under recently added. So if I want to see it, I will just come down to where we have XAMPP folder. So there should be a XAMPP folder somewhere. So this is the XAMPP folder. I will just click on XAMPP control panel. So you can also, I guess I will have to just off my SmartDAV. I don't know why it's doing this. It doesn't usually do that before. So I guess I will just have to off my SmartDAV. So I just uninstalled my SmartDAV so as to allow this thing to work. So I don't know why it was giving me that error. I also supposed to see it here. So if it was there, I was supposed to just deactivate it from here, but I couldn't find it. So what I'll be doing now is, let's just go on with the tutorial. So now this is the XAMPP control panel. So now before we can actually load we can work on our server, because let's just say this is our server switch. So we need to on our server, we need to on our XAMPP. So to on it, what we need to do is this Apache and this MySQL. So we'll be needing these two. So what we need to do is start Apache and then we also start MySQL. And as you can see, says the start has changed to stop and the two has been highlighted. So when you have started these two, then that's all you need to do. So by starting these two, it means, what is it called, you have actually on your server. So now let me just get WordPress. I discovered I actually did not have WordPress, so I'll just go and download it now. So I'll go to wordpress.org like I showed you before. So I'll just download it, get WordPress, and click on download. So let me wait till it download. So right now I just finished downloading it. So what I need to do is go to my let's go to, what's it called, my downloads. So I'm actually going to find it there. So this is the WordPress I just download. So what I need to do is I need to right click on it. So and I'm going to extract it. So I'll just click on extract all. So then you need to choose the place where you are going to extract it into. Do you understand? So now what we need to do is we need to extract it into our XAMPP. So let's browse. So you now go to go to your desktop. So you go to this PC. So then you go inside localdisk C. This is where you find your XAMPP. So your XAMPP is installed inside localdisk C. So just open it, then go to htdocs. So you select htdocs, then select folder, then you extract it inside the XAMPP htdocs. So let's just extract and let's wait for it. So while it is extracting, so let me just show you all. Now presently now my data is not on, but if I should type localhost on my browser, you will discover that it's actually going to load something. Do you see what is loading? It loads for me XAMPP Apache plus MariaDB, meaning I now have access to my local server. Now let me show you something. I will off these two now. I will off it. Now right now I have offed my server. So I will type the localhost again and you see what will happen. So let's see what will happen. Okay, sorry, let me just, yes, you see the site can't be reached. Let me off my, I think this is still on. Let me just off it, disconnect. So as you can see, to say the site can't be reached. So right now it can't go, but immediately I come back here and start my Apache and my SQL and type the localhost again. Do you see what happened? So this is my local, it's called local server. So it means you can now load your server on your computer. So that's why we are able to install WordPress. So we want to install WordPress on this server. So this XAMPP is just like having Namecheap on your computer or laptop. So I'm just using that as an example. So this XAMPP is the server. So we have installed it on our laptop successfully. So what we need to do now is to install WordPress on that server. So while the WordPress is extracting, what you need to do right now is go to phpMyAdmin, click on phpMyAdmin. So it's going to load. So as you can see, I actually do not have network, so this is the local server. I'm just showing everything so you can understand. So now this is my phpAdmin. What you need to do is this phpAdmin is actually where people create database on the server. Do you understand? So it's also on the cPanel too. So what we want to do right now is we want to create database. So just go to databases here. So click on databases. So what we want to do is create a database, we'll call it WordPress. Just type WordPress inside this field. After I've typed WordPress, that's all. So you just click on create. So you see it has added itself here. Do you understand? So previously it wasn't there before, but it was after. So all of this that you are seeing here is database. So these ones here are actually the database that have been created by it. So this WordPress here is what I just create now. So now that we have created our database, our extracted folder is ready. So as you can see, when I come inside my htdocs, so let me just show you. So all you need to do is go to this PC here, go to localhost, go to XAMPP, and go inside the htdocs where we extract the WordPress. As you can see, we already have WordPress there. So we already have WordPress. So what we do is just open the WordPress. So after we have actually opened it, we need to look for a file called WP config sample. WP config sample. So what you need to do, the icon you are seeing here is because I have what is it called, a text editor. I'm also a programmer, so I have a text editor. So in your own case, you might not have a text editor. So if I should open it now, you see what will happen. It's actually going to open it for me in my programming text editor. So but in your own case, you might not have this text editor. So what you need to do is you need to open it using Notepad. So how do you do that? You just come here and right click, then you go to open with, then you choose Notepad. So now when you open it with Notepad, what you want to do is very simple. It's very simple. So in short, what we actually want to do in this file here, WP config sample, is that I want to link our WordPress with this database, this PHP admin, my admin database. So we want to link it with it, because if you don't link it with it, the WordPress will not be installed. So that's how to install WordPress. Right now we are working on installing the WordPress. We have successfully installed XAMPP, so now we are working on installing WordPress. So now to install WordPress, we need to first of all create the database, which we have done, and we have to link the database with our WordPress, which we are already doing. So inside the WP sample.php, what we need to do is come to the place where it says database name, DB name. As you can see, it says DB name. So you come to DB name. So you now change what you have here. It says what we have here is database name here. So you change it. Change it from database name here to WordPress. As you can see, so the DB name here, you change it to WordPress. So after you are done changing it to WordPress, so now the second thing that I want to change here is the database user. So you change the username, the database user, to root. So the reason why we change this to WordPress, don't forget, is because that's the name of our database. So that's how to link it. Because this thing is called WordPress now, it means we have linked it, the database name, we have linked it with the database we created in PHPMyAdmin. So we have linked it. So that's why we call it WordPress. Do you understand? So because that's the database name that we created in PHPMyAdmin. So here also the reason why we call it root is that's the default user that you use. So there's no more explanation on that. So here where it says database DB password, you don't need the password. The reason is because the website is on your laptop, so anybody that does not have access to your laptop cannot have access to your website that you are creating. So you just clean that place, just clean it. So and that's all. So when you are done, what you need to do is don't click on Ctrl S, just come to File, and you choose Save As. So now what you need to do is you now come to this place, you remove the sample, just remove the sample at that hyphen. So let it be wp-config.php. then you click on save. So that's all. We have linked our database that we created in our PHP admin with our WordPress. It's as simple as that. So what next? So what next is that we need to come back to our local host again. As you can see, our local host, this is our local host. So but you know, before we went to PHP admin, so this time around what we need to do is, after the localhost, just type in WordPress. So now the reason why we are typing WordPress is, don't forget, WordPress is the name of the folder here. So let me just explain it to you. So let me explain it to you very well so you understand. So whenever you type localhost, what happens is that it actually opens up this XAMPP folder here. It will open it up, so then it will open htdocs. So this is where it is opening. You might not understand this because you are not yet a programmer, but just listen. So now what we now want to do is, we want it to go inside this folder, which is WordPress. So for it to go inside this WordPress folder, so we need to come here and clean this dashboard and type in WordPress. Do you understand? So then it's going to open the WordPress folder for us. So let's just wait till it opens it for us. So now we are almost done. So this is where we now create our website. So now you put the name of your website. So I'll just say let me just say website testing, or local website. So you can just put any name there. So now the username here is the username you'll be using to log in. Don't forget, I will do it in the free class, the /WP admin. So now what is the username you want to use? Sometimes I use admin. So here, your password, what password do you want to use? So you just put your password. So I'll just put a password that I normally use almost all the time. So then I'll put my password. So what else? The email. So here, the email, if you put any email here, it's actually going to send a confirmation to that email. So whenever you forget the password that you are using to log in, so it is that email that you use to reset the password. So I will always advise you to drop an email. Do you understand? So let me just put this email there. So this one, you don't need it, you don't need to click it, or just leave it that way. Then you click on install WordPress. So it's going to install the WordPress for us now. So let's just wait for some few seconds while it installs WordPress. And so after it's done installing, it's going to give you this page. So what you need to do is to log in. So click on login. So now we can just log in. So we just type in the username that you typed the other time, and the password that you put there. So then click on login. So it's going to log me in. So as you can see, I already have WordPress on my laptop. You see the name of the website, local website. And when you look at my internet, I do not have internet. I do not have internet. So, and it's working without data. So let me visit the site and see what we have. So as you can see, this is the website. There are no pages there. Do you see? So but now let me show you something. If I should go to my control panel here and I stop these two, you will notice that WordPress will not work again. Let me reload it, and you see that it will not work again because I have off my server. The server is down. So as simple as that. So all we need to do is, don't always forget on your server. So you go and on XAMPP. So when you on it and I reload it, it's going to on again. Let me reload this. Also, it's going to respond again, so just give it some time. As you can see, it has responded. So now let me show you one more thing. With this XAMPP, with this XAMPP, you can actually have as much as website as you want on your laptop. You can have as much as website you have on your laptop. So let's say, for example, this website, local website, is the one that you want to be using for the Elementor, just to practice Elementor, and you want to have another website for the school management or for the real estate or any other one you want to use it for. So what you need to do is go back to your downloads, where you actually download, what's it called, where you actually download WordPress. Yeah, so just go back to it. So so that's how we actually create WordPress on our laptop. So one more thing, let me just show you. Maybe if in case you actually want to go to your WordPress website again, what you just have to do, just click on localhost / WordPress. So it will bring you to your WordPress website. So when you want to log in, as the usual way, all you have to do is just put the WP-admin and it will take you to your, sorry, I actually put to hyphen, so just remove one and to take you to your login page where you will log in. So that's how to install WordPress. So in the next video I will be showing you, because actually you can install more than one WordPress on your laptop using this server. So I'll be showing you how to install more WordPress on your server. Maybe you want to install for real estate, the one you want to use to practice real estate, the one you want to use to practice school website and all that. So just that's that for this video.